High in the gum trees of Australia, an icon sleeps. But this isn't laziness, it's an evolutionary masterclass in energy conservation.
A koala sleeps for up to 22 hours every single day, leaving only 2 hours for eating and moving.
And humans often label them as stoned or drunk on gum leaves, but the reality is far more scientific and desperate.
The culprit is their diet. Eucalyptus leaves are tough, fibrous, low in nutrition, and incredibly toxic to most animals.
These leaves are packed with phenolic compounds and terpenes, chemicals designed to kill or sicken anything that eats them.
Koalas are picky eaters. They use their sensitive noses to detect toxin levels, selecting only the leaves they can handle.
By adapting to eat a food source that no one else wants, the koala eliminated competition, securing a vast food supply.
But this exclusivity comes at a high price. The energy required to digest these leaves is almost more than the leaves provide.
Digestion starts here. Their sharp molars act like scissors, shredding the leaves into a fine paste to maximize surface area.
The leaves are full of lignin and cellulose, tough fibers that are notoriously difficult to break down into energy. Before digestion creates energy, the liver must neutralize the poison, a metabolic process that consumes precious calories.
They produce a superfamily of enzymes called cytochrome P450, specifically evolved to detoxify the eucalyptus oil.
The secret weapon is the cacum. At 2 meters long, it is proportionally the longest of any mammal on Earth. This organ acts as a fermentation vat, where the leaf paste sits for up to 100 hours to be broken down. Inside the cacum, millions of specialized bacteria work to break the cellulose bonds that the koala's body cannot.
It is a slow, inefficient process. Only a fraction of the leaf's mass is converted into usable energy.
To survive on such a low-energy diet, the koala has evolved one of the lowest metabolic rates of any mammal.
They run cool. Their body temperature is lower than other marsupials to burn less fuel.
Even their brain has shrunk. Brains are energy-hungry organs, so the koala's brain is smooth and relatively small.
The brain doesn't even fill the skull. It floats in protective fluid, perhaps to cushion it from falls.
Sleep is not a luxury, it is a strategy. By not moving, they conserve the tiny amount of energy they extract.
When they do wake, usually at night, they must eat intensely to refuel the system before the next long sleep.
To reach the leaves, they use specialized hands with 2 thumbs, providing a vice-like grip on smooth branches.
Sharp, curved claws act as grappling hooks, essential for an animal that cannot afford to fall and waste energy.
They are masters of minimalism. If a leaf is within reach, they will eat it. If they have to jump, they might skip the meal.
Koala is thought to mean no drink in an Aboriginal language, as they get most moisture from the leaves.
However, during droughts, the leaves dry out, forcing koalas to descend in a desperate search for water.
On the ground, they are slow and clumsy, easy targets for dingoes, dogs, and foxes.
The energy constraints affect reproduction too. A joey is born the size of a jelly bean, undeveloped and fragile. It stays in the pouch for 6 months, drinking milk, as the mother cannot spare energy for active parenting.
The joey is born sterile. It has no gut bacteria to digest the toxic leaves it will soon need to eat.
To survive, the joey must eat pap, a specialized form of feces produced by the mother.
Pap is rich in the mother's gut flora. It is a natural fecal transplant, inoculating the joey with the bacteria needed to survive.
Armed with these bacteria, the joey can finally transition from milk to the toxic leaf diet.
Lactation and carrying the joey drains the mother's reserves. She must eat even more and sleep even deeper.
Koalas are solitary. Socializing requires energy and causes stress, so they generally avoid each other.
Males have a scent gland on their chest. They rub trees to claim territory, communicating without the need for fighting. During breeding season, males produce a terrifyingly deep bellow to assert dominance and attract females.
They have a second set of vocal cords, allowing a small animal to sound like a giant predator.
Think of the koala as a living battery with a very slow charger. If they move too fast or too often, the battery dies, and they starve with a full stomach.
Their stressed, low-energy system makes them vulnerable. Chlamydia is ravaging populations, causing blindness and infertility.
Scientists believe a retrovirus embedded in their DNA is suppressing their immune systems, making them susceptible.
Their biggest threat is us. Roads slice through their territories, forcing them to cross deadly asphalt.
Displaced koalas end up in backyards, facing dog attacks and swimming pools they cannot escape.
Rising carbon dioxide levels are actually reducing the nutritional value of eucalyptus leaves, making them even more toxic.
As leaf quality drops, koalas must eat more to get the same energy, but their stomachs are already full.
Extreme heat waves push them to the limit. They cannot sweat effectively and risk fatal dehydration.
That's why they hug trees. The trunk is cooler than the air, drawing heat out of the koala's body without using water. Their anatomy is built for sitting. Thick cartilage pads on their rump allow them to wedge into forks for hours comfortably.
Their joints have a locking mechanism, allowing them to sleep in the tree without using muscle power to hold on.
Astonishingly, koalas have fingerprints so similar to humans that they have confused crime scene investigators.
Sensitive whiskers help them navigate the canopy in the dark, sensing the position of leaves and branches.
The black summer fires devastated millions of hectares. Koalas, slow and tree-bound, had no escape. But the eucalyptus is resilient, and so is the koala. Forests are regenerating, and survivors are being returned.
Genetic mapping is helping scientists breed disease-resistant koalas to save the species from extinction.
Trials for a chlamydia vaccine are underway, a crucial step to stopping the epidemic in the wild.
They have been here for millions of years. Their ancestors were giants, roaming a much greener Australia.
As the continent dried and eucalyptus took over, the koala shrank and specialized to survive the new harsh reality.
Unlike other tree dwellers, they have no tail. It disappeared over evolution as it wasn't needed for their wedged sitting style.
Their fur is the densest of all marsupials, insulating them from both the scorching sun and cold winter nights.
The fur on the back is water resistant, acting like a raincoat, while the white belly fur reflects heat. Watching them chew is watching a machine at work. Every bite is calculated to extract maximum value.
Under the cover of darkness, they are surprisingly agile, leaping between trees to find fresh fodder.
Each koala has a home range of specific food trees. Losing these trees means losing the koala.
You cannot just move a koala. They are bonded to their specific trees and often die of stress if relocated.
Citizen scientists are now using thermal drones to count populations, revealing they are more endangered than we thought. They are a global symbol of Australia, driving tourism and generating billions for the economy.
But their value goes beyond money. They are a unique branch of the evolutionary tree that exists nowhere else.
Recovery is slow. With only one joey a year, populations cannot bounce back quickly from disasters.
The solution lies in corridors, bridges of trees that allow koalas to travel safely across the human landscape.
Replanting the right trees in the right places is the only way to ensure that their future food supply.
Their life is a cycle of processing poison. Eat the toxin, sleep to detoxify, repeat.
It is a delicate balance. Any disruption to their sleep or food source sends their system into collapse.
They are not bears. They are marsupials, more closely related to wombats than any bear.
Like their wombat cousins, they have backward-facing pouches to keep dirt out, a relic of their burrowing ancestors.
The sleepy specialist is a fitting title. No other animal does so much by doing so little.
As the sun rises, the forest wakes up, but the koala settles in for its long day of slumber.
They are the silent observers of the Australian bush, surviving against the odds through the power of sleep.
With our help, they will keep sleeping in these trees for generations to come.
So the next time you see a koala sleeping, don't call it lazy. Respect the hard work happening on the inside.